All hail the Clicks crew. Alright, guys, today we're going to be taking a look at my 5 favorite Heroclix figures from the House of X Heroclix set, the Marvel Heroclix set House of X. Once I figure out how to talk, these are not necessarily the most powerful figures. These are just the ones that I've been having a lot of fun with lately. So why don't you in the comments below put down the figure you've been having the most fun with? I always enjoy reading that stuff, and it might give me another figure to take a look at. So before we get into this, though, now's a good time to let you know that Mr. Clicks Flicks is sponsored by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning role for our gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicks Flicks is also sponsored by trollandtoad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Visit trollandtoad.com, use promo code Mr. Clicks Flicks for 5% off your HeroClix order today. All right, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this. These are in no particular order, and like I said, these aren't the most meta. These are just ones I've been having fun with. First one is Zorn, 70 points. This is the Prime version. He took a bit of a hit with the new rules because you can't really push him like you could, but he does have a mechanic for that. So Zorn takes a maximum of 1 damage from attacks. Zorn can't be chosen for Mastermind. Free deals Zorn 1 damage. So you have a way to get him through, but the pushing made it so that you had a way to get through 2 if you wanted. You could just ignore the Indom, but you can't do that anymore. As you can see here, though, he's got some decent little things going on for him here. 70 points, has a 7 range single target, 12 attack with basically across the board except for the last click with either TK or Psychic Blast, 19 defense with whatever that is, defend, and 0 damage with support. And then you can see he's got those attacking clicks where he's got the higher damage but low defense. And he's got regen on that last click. I've used this guy a lot. He looked really good to begin with. But he's just, I see him as more of a fun figure than anything else. So I reach for him a lot. But it's just a cool figure to use. So I thought he'd maybe do well on this list. Next one we're going to go ahead and take a look at is a generic. This is the Sinister Clone. So pretty neat little thing here. If you got a chance to see all the Sinister clones for the House of X storyline at the beginning, they were pretty neat. So here we are. Battle World, other Marauders, and Scientist keyword shape change. And this is just a cheap perplexer. Perplex and not really much else going on. He can tie people up though with that shape change. Don't underestimate that. So this is just, again, somebody that I've been using a lot just for funsies because I do like Mr. Sinister a lot. Since I saw him like in the 90s cartoon, he's always had kind of a special place. Next one we're going to take a look at is Havok. I've always enjoyed Havok. I remember, what was the first set that I had him on? It was Fantastic Forces, no, Mutant Mayhem maybe, where it was kind of him with his arms out and like electricity looking stuff coming off him. Ever since then, I don't know, I've been a big Havok fan. So here we've got Havok. Number 10 in the set, he's got the Hellion, Starjammers, X-Factor, X-Men keywords. He's got this special leadership. Once per turn, when a friendly character named Cyclops hits, modify Havok's combat values +1. So it's any Cyclops. It doesn't have to be from the same set. And it's all of his combat values, not just his attacks. So you can see that his combat values aren't so great when you look at him. But then you're like, well, if I attack with Cyclops first, then it's a 7 range, 9 movement, 11 attack, 18 defense, 4 damage. That's a little bit better for 50 points, I'd say. How about you? So he was a little bit better before the rules change, where the Pulse Wave would deal, you could do single target Pulse Wave. Not so much anymore, but still a fun little figure to have just for fun. Next up is his best friend, Polaris. His love interest. I think she's his love interest. I don't know. But anyway, I've been enjoying running her too. 50 points. Man, my camera focus is all over the place today. Polaris is pretty neat here. So she's got Starjammers, X Factor, X-Men. She's got this trait: once per turn, when an opposing character is placed after resolutions, you may place that character up to 2 squares away from their current square. So that's a cool way to characters that are carried or characters that are TK'd. You can kind of shift them around a little, sort of like Mr. Oz, but not a super rare. And a lot of people don't expect that out of her. You'd be surprised how many eye rolls you can get out of that because nobody's thinking about it. And then she's got this special, which is Energy Explosion and Knockback. 50 points again, only that 10 attacks, so she's probably just a secondary attacker, but the Energy Explosion with Knockback's cool, and the extra placement is really sneakily what's going to get you by on her, so pretty cool there. And with Range Combat Expert, she's now going to be a 10-3 on those last couple clicks. So again, just a fun figure. Last one we're going to put on here is, you could maybe say she's really good, but I like her just because of her keyword. It's one of my favorites, and it's Omega. She's got the Sentinel keyword, 200 points, really big point basis for this figure. Pretty, come on now, pretty good little sculpt here. I think it's kind of a little bit understated, but I like it. So here she is. She's got Sentinel, Deity, Future, Robot. So Sentinel and Robot are really good keywords. She's she's got this thing, which is when Omega takes damage, give her an adaptive threat token for each damage taken free. Remove any number of adaptive adaptation tokens until your next turn. Modify Omega's combat values +1 and for each token removed. So that's all her combat values, and it's for each token removed. So technically, if she was dealt 1 damage 3 turns in a row, you could remove all 3 and be at +3 for 1 turn, which is pretty cool. Then she's got this other thing, regenerative circuitry. The first time Omega would be KO'd, instead turn her to click number 10, remove all adaptation tokens and heal her 1 click for each token removed, protected pulse wave. So that's a really cool way to get her up. And then she's got polymorphic alloy, which is outwit and shape change. She's got the cosmic energy team ability, which is power cosmic. 200 points, 8 range dual target. She was a little bit better before the rules changed, where you could single target pulse wave, but I mean, still 12-4 with shape change and outwit is good. She's just going to keep coming back with the healing and the adaptation tokens to get her to +3 stats. You figure if she took 3, 1, 2, 3, we'll even say here, and then you rolled for regen to put her back up here, and then you removed your 3 tokens, that would, or I'm sorry, not regen, support, and then you rolled for your and then you removed your adaptation tokens, you could be a 14 for 7. Like, come on, that's just good. Like I said, Sentinel is the keyword for her. So definitely one of the figures I've been having the most fun with, using her with stuff from X-Men Dark Phoenix Saga and stuff like that, where they had all those Sentinels. Again, you guys let me know what your favorite figure is from this set. I always enjoy reading that stuff. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and give it a share. It really helps keep me motivated to make these videos, and also lets YouTube know, hey, I enjoyed this video. Maybe other people would as well. Alright guys, that's all I had for you today. As always, please remember that zone critical miss, we don't have probability control.